Did you know that after the age of 60, your body produces up to 50% less melatonin than it did in your younger years? That one shift alone can quietly disturb your sleep, affect your memory, and even raise your risk of heart issues. And most people have no idea it's happening. But here's the good news. Sometimes all it takes is a small change, like a simple shift in what you eat before bed, to bring your body back into balance. You don't need pills or complicated routines. Just the right foods at the right time can make a world of difference. So why don't more people know this? Why do so many older adults continue to struggle with sleep, energy, and focus, without realizing that the solution might already be in their kitchen? In today's video, we'll uncover 7 powerful foods that have helped thousands of people over 60 sleep deeper and feel better, naturally. These are easy to find, simple to use, and backed by real science. Speech balloon if you find this helpful. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to Senior Health Over 60, and share it with someone you care about. Let's age smarter, together. Number 1. Understanding sleep changes after 60. As we age, our sleep begins to change, subtly at first, then more noticeably. If you've been wondering why your sleep isn't as deep or reliable as it once was, there's a good reason for that. It's not all in your head. It's in your hormones, your nervous system, and your internal clock. When we were younger, our bodies followed a strong and steady circadian rhythm, our internal timekeeper that told us when to feel sleepy and when to wake up. But as we move past 60, that clock begins to shift. Melatonin, the hormone that signals your brain it's time to rest, starts to decline. At the same time, cortisol, your stress hormone, tends to stay elevated longer than it should, especially if you're dealing with ongoing stress, pain, or chronic inflammation. What does that mean for you? It means falling asleep takes longer, staying asleep is harder, and waking up refreshed feels like a distant memory. Sleep also becomes lighter, with less time spent in the deep, restorative stages, the very phases your body needs to repair, rebuild, and protect your immune system and memory. I often hear patients say, "Doc, I'm in bed for 8 hours, but I still feel exhausted in the morning." That's not just frustrating, it's a signal. Your body isn't broken, it's just asking for better support. The good news: certain foods can naturally support your body's ability to rest. By calming your nervous system, balancing blood sugar, and even helping your brain make more melatonin. Let's take a look at the first one, and it's probably already sitting on your kitchen counter. Number 2. 7 sleep-enhancing foods that truly work. 1. Bananas, the natural sleep whisperer. Let's start with something simple. Something you probably have in your kitchen right now, a ripe banana. You might think of bananas as just a good source of potassium, but for sleep, they're more powerful than you think. Bananas contain 3 key nutrients that your nervous system loves: magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6. Magnesium helps calm your muscles. Potassium supports nerve relaxation. And vitamin B6 helps convert tryptophan, an amino acid, into serotonin. And guess what serotonin becomes after dark? That's right, melatonin, your brain's sleep switch. I'll never forget one of my patients, Rosa, a vibrant 65-year-old who struggled with restless legs and constant midnight awakenings. We added 1 ripe banana to her evening routine, just about an hour before bed. Within a few nights, she noticed less twitching, and within a couple of weeks, she was sleeping deeper and waking up less often. Want to enhance the calming effect even more? Make a warm banana pudding with oat milk. Not only is it comforting, but it also doubles up on those sleep-supporting nutrients. Now, keep in mind, bananas aren't like sleeping pills. They won't knock you out. What they do is help your brain remember how to sleep naturally, the way it's meant to. 2 almonds, the silent sleep guardians. Next up, almonds. These little powerhouses are much more than a snack. They're loaded with magnesium, healthy fats, and vitamin E, all of which play a crucial role in setting the stage for sleep. One of the biggest hidden enemies of sleep is high cortisol, your stress hormone. Elevated cortisol keeps your brain on high alert, even when your body's ready to rest. Almonds help regulate cortisol naturally, so your brain can begin to wind down. They also stabilize blood sugar. That's important because many people wake up around 2 or 3 a.m., not because of noise or dreams, but because of a dip in blood sugar that jolts the body awake. A small handful of raw almonds an hour before bed can do wonders. Even better, soak them in water for a few hours. This makes them easier to digest and enhances mineral absorption. You can also blend soaked almonds into warm almond milk with a pinch of cinnamon for a relaxing nighttime drink. 3 cherries, the ruby red sleep reset. Cherries are nature's melatonin supplement. Just 10 to 15 cherries, fresh or frozen, can gently nudge your body's sleep rhythm back into balance. Stress, screen time, and aging can all interfere with your natural melatonin production. Cherries help fill in that gap. They're also rich in anthocyanins, antioxidants that fight inflammation, particularly in the brain. Inflammation can disrupt sleep architecture, meaning even if you're asleep, you're not reaching those deep, restorative stages. That's why cherries aren't just good for falling asleep. They help improve the quality of sleep, too. Pro tip: always go for fresh or frozen. Dried cherries often contain added sugars that spike energy, something you don't want at bedtime. 4. Kiwi, the green guardian of rest. Kiwi might not be a regular guest in your fruit bowl, but it probably should be. Studies out of New Zealand, kiwi's homeland, show that eating 1 to 2 kiwis about an hour before bed can significantly improve both how fast you fall asleep and how long you stay asleep. Kiwis are rich in serotonin, which not only boosts mood but also helps regulate the body's internal clock. Plus, they're packed with vitamin C and E, antioxidants that protect your brain from oxidative stress. If you really want to optimize, eat the skin too. It's a little fuzzy but contains extra fiber and antioxidants. Scrub it gently, slice it, and pair with half a banana before bed. It's a delicious combination that primes your brain for melatonin production. 5. Sauerkraut, the gut-brain connector. This might surprise you, but fermented cabbage can be your sleep ally if used wisely. Sauerkraut contains natural probiotics, which help regulate the gut-brain axis. That's the two-way communication between your digestion and your nervous system. A calm gut sends calming signals to your brain. But there's a catch. Eating sauerkraut with heavy or processed foods can backfire. Things like red meat, wine, or chocolate can turn a good thing into a sleep-disrupting cocktail. The key is simplicity. Eat 2 to 3 tablespoons of raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut at least 2 hours before bed, ideally with a complex carb like oats or brown rice. It supports digestion, lowers cortisol, and helps your nervous system settle. 6. Oatmeal, the breakfast that belongs at night. Oatmeal isn't just a morning favorite. When eaten at the right time, it's a gentle, effective sleep enhancer. Oats are rich in magnesium, zinc, and complex carbohydrates. This trio helps your body release melatonin slowly and steadily through the night. Complex carbs also prevent blood sugar crashes that might wake you up at 2 a.m. There's also a little-known compound in oats called avenin, a natural calming agent that soothes mental overactivity. For a perfect bedtime bowl, cook a half cup of oats in warm almond milk, add a few chopped almonds or walnuts, and sprinkle cinnamon on top. Light, warm, and wonderfully calming. 7. Chamomile, the herbal nightcap that only works if brewed right. You've probably tried chamomile tea before, but did you know most people prepare it wrong? The power of chamomile lies in apigenin, a natural flavonoid that binds to calming receptors in your brain. But apigenin is fragile. Boiling water can destroy it. Cheap tea bags often don't contain enough. The right way: use whole dried chamomile flowers. Let your water cool slightly, around 175 degrees F, and steep the tea covered for 10 minutes. This traps the essential oils and ensures you get the full calming effect. Drinking chamomile tea 30-45 minutes before bed every night, consistently, can train your brain to associate its flavor and warmth with rest. Over time, this simple ritual becomes a signal. The day is done. It's time to sleep. Number 3, habits that secretly disrupt your sleep. You could be doing everything right, eating the right foods, keeping the lights low, avoiding screens, yet still find yourself wide awake in the middle of the night. Why? Sometimes it's not what you're doing intentionally, but rather what seems harmless that's quietly sabotaging your rest. Let's start with decaf coffee. Many people assume decaf is a safe, evening-friendly beverage. After all, it doesn't have real caffeine, right? Not quite. Decaf still contains small amounts of caffeine, enough to disrupt sleep in sensitive individuals, especially as we age and metabolize caffeine more slowly. But that's not the only issue. The flavor and aroma of coffee, even decaf, can act like a trigger. Over years, our brains form strong associations. That rich, familiar smell, it tells your brain, wake up, focus, let's go. So even a comforting cup of decaf at night may confuse your brain, making it harder to shift into relaxation mode. Next, there's timing and food pairings. You might be enjoying healthy foods like sauerkraut or dark chocolate, but combining them with heavy proteins or drinking wine alongside can cause digestive issues, bloating, acid reflux, or night sweats. These subtle discomforts often go unnoticed but still interrupt deep sleep. Lastly, eating too late or skipping carbs at dinner can trigger nighttime blood sugar dips. The result? Waking up suddenly with no clear reason, your brain jolted awake by a mini stress response. Here's the takeaway. Sometimes, the biggest impact on your sleep comes not from adding something, but from removing the wrong things at the wrong time. Even small shifts, like replacing decaf with chamomile or adjusting meal timing, can lead to surprisingly restful nights. Coming up next, I'll show you how to build a calming, consistent nighttime routine that sends a clear message to your brain. It's time to rest, recover, and renew. Number 4, creating a sleep-optimized evening routine. Good sleep doesn't just happen. It's built slowly and consistently through small habits that work together to tell your body, it's time to rest. For those of us over 60, this becomes even more important. Our bodies are more sensitive to light, food, and timing. The good news is that sensitivity can work in our favor if we're intentional about it. The most powerful tool, a nightly ritual. Not just a to-do list, but a gentle pattern your brain starts to recognize as the start of the wind-down phase. Start with timing. Try to finish your last meal about 2 to 3 hours before bed. This gives your digestion a head start and keeps your blood sugar stable through the night. Include something light but calming, like warm oatmeal with cinnamon or a banana blended with oat milk. It's comfort food with sleep-enhancing benefits. Next, focus on light and screens. About 60 minutes before bed, dim the lights in your home. Swap out bright white bulbs for softer, warmer tones. And yes, set your devices aside. Blue light from phones and tablets delays melatonin release, making your body think it's still daytime. Finally, create a pre-sleep signal. Brew your chamomile tea the right way. Sit somewhere quiet. Breathe. Maybe put on soft instrumental music or a nature soundscape. This might feel small, but to your brain, it's a cue. The day is done. You're safe. It's time to slow down. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. When you repeat these steps nightly, you build a rhythm that your body will begin to trust. And in that trust, sleep becomes not a struggle, but something natural and deeply restorative. We've covered a lot today, so let's take a breath and bring it all together. Sleep, especially as we age, isn't just about the number of hours we spend in bed. It's about the quality of that time. Deep sleep is where healing happens. It's where your immune system reboots, your brain clears clutter, and your energy is truly restored. The beautiful truth is, you don't need expensive gadgets, prescription pills, or complicated routines to reclaim the sleep your body is craving. Sometimes it starts with a banana, A cup of chamomile tea brewed the right way, a bowl of warm oatmeal before bed. These small, familiar things, used with intention, can help reset your internal rhythm in ways that feel gentle, natural, and long-lasting. But more than just food, today we talked about awareness, understanding your body, noticing what disrupts your sleep, honoring what helps it. Here are 3 key takeaways to keep in mind. Eat for your nervous system. Choose foods that calm, not stimulate. Keep a rhythm. Go to bed and